Justin Bamberg with Bamberg Legal. Here to give a little update and really make a plea. I'm joined to my right, Sheriff Leroy Ravenell, the Orangeburg County Sheriff's Office, Attorney Adam Ness with Bamberg Legal, Paulus Jumper. This is Crystal's brother and his son Stephen. I'd like to thank you for coming out. Today is a plea for help. As we know, Mr. Jeter and Aspen, are currently missing. By way of background, of course, there was something happened before Thanksgiving, and it's very, very tragic. But right now, the number one priority is the safety of both Aspen and Mr. Jeter. And I really want to talk to Mr. Jeter. You've been over here in Orangeburg. I'm sure you're familiar with me in some way, shape, or form. And Mr. Jeter, I want you to know that if you're watching, if you see any articles, if you happen to see a newspaper or anything, that we're here to help. No one wants to see anything bad happen. We really want to know that both you and Aspen are okay. And you're welcome to call. You can call the sheriff's office. You can call any law enforcement agency. If you want, you can call my office. And Mr. Jeter, I'll tell you, if you see this, please feel free. Please call my office. 803-956-5088. And I promise you, Mr. Jeter, that I don't care if I'm in court in front of the judge and you call, I will walk out on the judge. And Aspen are okay. Everyone has seen by now that Aspen is nonverbal and what some have said is immobile. Aspen is actually one of that is suffering from a particular neurological disorder. It's actually neurodevelopmental disorder with or without autistic features and structural brain abnormalities. And the abbreviation for that is. And what that means is that Aspen is not able to talk. She's not able to move on her own. So if you were to spot her, oftentimes she's either being carried by a parent or she's being pushed in a stroller. She's not going to be able to speak to you. Mr. Jeter, we understand how much you love your daughter. I think by all accounts, everybody knows, in the pictures that have circulated, the smile on your face, Mr. Jeter, the smile on Aspen's face, it's very, very, very clear that your daughter loves you and you love her. And we know that you would never do anything to hurt her. But it's not safe to just be out here. You don't have to feel afraid to come back to Orangeburg. You don't have to feel afraid to talk to the authorities or call us. We just want what's best for you and for Aspen, and that is right now making sure that you both are safe. To the sheriff's office, Sheriff Ravenell and his team of investigators, Chief Kenny Kinsey, they have been doing a phenomenal job. And on behalf of the family, we want to thank you, Mr. Sheriff, for everything that y'all are doing. Crystal isn't here, and that's very, very sad in and of itself. But that doesn't mean that this situation has to get any sadder. And that is what we hope to accomplish in Mr. Jeter and Aspen coming back. And again, Mr. Jeter, if you happen to hear any of these words, She is representative of everything that is right with the world, and we have to make sure that she is safe and that her father is safe. And Paulus and his family, the family of Crystal, you know, Mr. Jeter, nobody wants you to not have Aspen. It's going to take a village to raise her. And Crystal loved her very much. You, Mr. Jeter, you love her very much. And collectively, the village can make sure that Aspen has the best life possible. So with that said, I'll turn it over to Sheriff Ravenell.
Thank you, Bamberg. Good morning. First, I want to thank Attorney Bamberg and the family here for their patience and also working with us during this investigation. I also want to thank the media outlets that's here, because it's very important that we get this this news out around the world, actually. I'm going to try to be very transparent, best as I can. As you know, that this is a very intense investigation, and it has been around the clock. There's a difference I found through this investigation. There's a difference in getting up in the morning and waking up in the morning. For the last few weeks, I've just been getting up because there's been no sleep. I can't say anything and won't say anything to jeopardize this investigation or to get anyone to say something that will get anyone hurt in this investigation. So, you know, trying to be very transparent with the media, and knowing that we have to get this out to the world again. We want to say Attorney Bamberg has basically said basically what we wanted to say, but what I will say is that this investigation is an ongoing investigation around the clock, 24/7. We have some contact information that I will make available to you. At the end, there's another number and also an email address. And I say email because I've been receiving information on Facebook, Messenger, but I think that if we can put it, we have dedicated a number and an email address at also the numbers that you already have, which is 803-534-3550, and also the Crime Stoppers number. Again, this investigation led us earlier to Fayetteville, North Carolina, where they were actually seen in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and on the 28th, and on the 30th, they were actually spotted in Raleigh, North Carolina. We focused our attention to North Carolina in the beginning because of our investigation, and it panned out to be true. At this point, we're not sure if they're still in the vehicle, which is a 2015 Mazda 6, blue in color, but we still want to focus on that vehicle but focus on the pictures that you've been seeing circulated. Here again, I just want to say to Attorney Bamberg, thank you so much for this opportunity to share with the world, hopefully, and get little Aspen back home safely.
Thank you, Mr. Sheriff. So again, just in conclusion, our plea is for the safe return of Aspen and Mr. Jeter. And again, Mr. Jeter, if you happen to hear these words, you're not alone. Things can be figured out. And it's not just Aspen's safety, it's your safety as well. So with that said, we may take a couple of questions if y'all have any, to the extent that they can be answered. Well, as far as the investigation piece, we really don't want to get into that today. You know, there will be a time in the future where more information is available in terms of the specifics of the investigative piece. But the principal point here today was just to, again, reiterate, provide the public and you more information as to the specific disorder that Aspen is suffering from, and to make a plea to the world and to Mr. Jeter that they both come home safely. Yes, MRB.
Are there any locations that Mr. Jeter is known to frequent? Perhaps maybe living in Lexington, mentioning Fayetteville, maybe Raleigh, Orangeburg, any other locations that before this tragedy occurred, before this search began, that he's been known to frequent?
I think that, people who know him know that information. But again, at this point, MRB, that today was not to talk about any specifics of that type of information. It's more so just, again, to make this plea for the safe return of both Mr. Jeter and Aspen, so we can figure everything out. All right, with that,
What I would say is this: from day one, and I think I've told y'all this before. From day one, even before we actually left the scene, we had started and begun to do everything that we could possibly do. So it's not just Orangeburg County Sheriff's Office with this; it's the FBI, U.S. Marshals Task Force, other authorities around the country that's helping us with this. So we have done everything that we could do at this point, and we will continue to do that.
all right, with that said, thank y'all so very much. And, again, please just spread the word. And, again, Mr. Jeter, we're here. Attorney Adam Ness and I, my office, we understand that when there's a parent of a child passes away, there may be questions about custody and things of that nature. We are actually volunteering our time, our entire office is, to make sure that there are no problems with not only you, Mr. Jeter, but this entire situation, to make sure that both you're good and Aspen is good. So thank y'all so very much.